All right. So obviously, huge news out of the NFL yesterday. Cam Newton released. Mac Jones QB1 in New England. I don't think anyone expected that. Like, if we're being honest, there are people who are like, "Oh yeah, I called it." I don't think anyone expected that. I think there were people that expected Mac Jones to maybe push for quarterback one, but I don't think anyone expected New England to just flat out release Cam Newton. So, the question that we need to answer is, what did Bill Belichick see on tape that made him so confident in going with a rookie? And I think it's really easy to answer after you watch this Dallas game on tape. Or, sorry, the Giants game on tape. Obviously, please like, subscribe, comment, reshare this. All that good stuff helps me with getting the channel out there. So please consider doing that. And without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. So this play, there's a lot of plays on this film that I got to be honest with and say that I just flat out love. Okay, this one, they're zooming across the formation. That just means our Z's coming across, okay? Nothing crazy. This is what we would call Oklahoma pump X read. Well, what the heck does that mean, okay? Oklahoma is just a 6-step speed out. New England, this guy's going to play with his outside foot up, so it turns into 5. So it's going to be 5 steps vertical, 3 steps on the out, and then he's basically on the go route, right? It's a out and up, okay? So this is what we're trying to hit. This is 1. The read route is super simple. Hey, man, go ahead and try to run through the middle of the field, and if you can't, sit down at 20 yards. This is going to be our second progression. I want you to watch Mac Jones navigate the pocket here. Boom. Navigates it vertically and delivers a strike on the read route. I mean, a lot of people would say, yeah, maybe it's a little low. Definitely a little low. Could correct it. Could bring it up a little bit. But I want you guys to see this from the tight just to see how good of a throw this is. So you can see, boom, little Act 55 token, climb, ball. It's a really great shot over these backers. Yeah, love that one. Okay? Oh, this is just a great one. So what we've got is a concept we call Cadillac. Okay, well, what's Cadillac? We've got the stick at 8 outside, vertical through 14, stick step to the corner, take it to the post. Okay, that's what a stick at 8 is. We've got the 6 route, the 20-yard in route outside, and then we've got the shallow runner, okay? Something super important to remember about shallows is against man-to-man, okay? So man, oh my gosh, I cannot write. Man-to-man, you stay on the run. Zone, you sit down, okay? What I want you to do is watch this. Okay, sorry, let me play it back too. This play is designed to go to this big 6 route. We want to put our eyes through the post, okay? But then we want to hit this big 6 route is our first progression. The shallow is our second progression, okay? Everybody in the NFL runs Cadillac. What you're going to see, though, is Mac obviously feels the pressure and then gets to a shallow runner right away. That is such good football, okay? The fact that he could feel, hey, man, I've got some free runners coming at me, and then get to a shallow. So watch, boom. Okay, feels the rushers, knows exactly where his shallow runner is, and gives him a dime. Love it. A little Cadillac. Love that concept, okay? Now we've got a little stutter pass right F spear. What's spear, okay? Spear is, to me, it's kind of a hybrid deep over. I've been seeing it pop up in the NFL more, and I've been learning about this concept, and a lot of people are calling this a spear route. They're really coaching this as just run it between an over and a deep over, but really your number one objective is the cross field, okay? So this is the concept F spear, and then outside they've got that 6 route that we talked about last time with Cadillac, okay? You're going to read this thing 1 to 2. Stutter pass right, you're just going to see them basically simulating, you're going to see Mac with like what we would call jab footwork, which is where you jab and then get out of there, boom, like that. This is such a good, I love when you see quarterbacks after their fake roll over the ball, especially on a real hard run action look, where it's fake and then roll over this thing. Brady used to do it all the time. Again, I don't want to get New England fans too excited. I'm not saying this kid's Brady. But I really love when you see, I'm going to play it in slow-mo, where you can see this little boom, that little rollover. That's great stuff, okay? I'm going to give it to you in fast motion now because I know you guys like to watch these clips just like I do. Boom, rolls over it, hits his back foot, hitches, great ball. That's obviously got to be caught, right? But these are all things that have got to be building when they're making this decision on who to go with. Like, that's just an incredible football. Great read, decisive. Anytime you can run the spear concept, everybody's excited about it. Nothing like a little F spear on a Wednesday morning. Okay, so this full play, I put it out on Twitter. This would come in something like zoom to deuce right, F off classy. And then we would say 50 gut, alert, zone pass left, Z samurai. Well, what the heck does that mean? Okay, so I want to teach you guys what all this means. So first and foremost, the zoom motion. That's Z coming across the formation, okay? When we say alert, what we're saying is, watch Mac Jones right here early on. You see him touch his head? Okay? How often do you guys see Tom Brady? Hey, alert, 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 alert. All they're doing is going from the first play to the second play. So 50 gut was the first play. This is a simple two high, single high. So if there were two high safeties, we'll get back to the film and I'll show you that they're single high. If there were two high, they would want to run the ball, right? You have run numbers, so you're going to run 50 gut. If there's a single high, hey, alert, alert to zone pass left, Z samurai. It's a great single high pass play. So that's why they're doing the, hey, we're going to alert to this single high because we want to run the ball against two high and we want to throw the ball against single high. Obviously, boom, there's one safety in the middle. So Mac Jones already, hey, alert, alert. He's going to re-mic. He's going to motion over. And then they're going to run what we call Z samurai. Well, what's Z samurai? You got a close cushion 8 here. Cushion 8 is that same thing as stick at 8, but against press, you can outside release it, which is what you'll see him do here. Deep over. Obviously, we're just working. We want to get 22 yards over onto these numbers. That's what we call an FLM. Well, what's an FLM? That's a final landmark. Okay, final landmark, 22 yards on the far numbers. Okay, boom. He comes out of this thing. You want to peek this close cushion 8. Obviously, this safety is way the heck back here, so we don't have this. But what we do have is a great deep over runner right there. That's as good as it gets, man. I don't know if you guys haven't watched my videos before, I apologize, but I am a huge samurai fan. I love the concept samurai, okay? Love samurai. Z samurai, just great stuff, okay? And then when I say Z, it's because you tag the deep over runner. So you call it F samurai if the F's running it, Z samurai if the Z's running it, etc., okay? Man, this one is so cool, and it's more of a teaching moment. So we got tax to twins right, middle gun. Well, what the heck does that mean? Tax, we're going to T-motion outside X. Okay, this is the X. T-motion outside X. Middle gun means you're going to flip this. So now your tight end is here, and your slot receiver's inside. Normally, those guys are flipped, so that's why you call it middle. We're putting the Y in the middle. So tax to twins right, middle gun. Okay? You guys learned a pro formation right there. So boom, there's our tax motion. Okay? Gone right means, hey, we ain't got nobody to help. Haas, F jolt is the concept. What the heck does Haas mean? Okay, super simple. Haas, hitches outside, slot seams. Okay, F jolt, that's an option route. The jolt's an option route, but when we get back in the tape, it'll make more sense. But Haas, really easy. Hitch outside, slot seam. Okay, love the play concept here. Haas F jolt. Okay, so we've got our hitches outside. Boom, we can see our hitch out here and our hitch out here. Remember the slot seam, we've got our Y on a seam, and we've got our X, remember, because X is inside now, because the T's outside, or H, whatever you want to call him, is on a bender. What does bender mean? It means middle of the field closed, which is what we have, a single high safety, middle of the field closed, single safety's closed, we're going to run the seam. If it were to be split safety, meaning, hey, I've got my strong safety here and free safety here, we're going to run a post, little cover 2 post, so that's why it's a bender, it's an option route. And then jolt, he's going to work to 6. He can sit down, work back, or work across, okay? You're taught as a quarterback to read this thing against single high, okay? Which is what we have. If we have a single high coverage, right, middle of the field closed, you're taught to read this thing afro. What does afro mean? It means away from rotation. So as you look at the tape, our rotation is here, right? We've got our strong safety down and our free safety high, which means you're going to read this thing outside in away from this rotation. So the rotation's here, so we're going to read this side of the concept, okay? We're going to read this side of the concept. Well, why? This guy, and I want you guys to watch it. We're going to do one slow-mo of watching these defenders, and then we're going to do one speed to where you guys can actually see this clip. But watch. This is safety. He's going to get so much more verticality. Watch how bad this linebacker is at playing this, okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to just watch these defenders, okay? So first watch the safety play this, okay? Look how he gets back and midpoints this seam, okay? Now, so you guys can understand football at a much higher level, now I want you guys to watch this backer and how he plays this. Look at him, barely contact and fly outside, right? That's the difference between a safety and a linebacker in the NFL, and that's why you want to work away from rotation here. Okay, now let's play this thing in full motion so you guys can just see an absolute seed for a touchdown. It's as good as it gets. I love Haas, man. Haas is a great concept. And then just seeing all the little stuff that Mac did, man, it gets you juiced the heck up. Okay? Watch his eye manipulation here, too. If you're going to throw the seam, you have to hold who? You have to hold that safety. Look at him right on the snap, putting his eyes to the right to try to hold this guy in the middle. Okay? And then obviously, boom, hits his back foot, comes alive on the seam, touchdown. That's as good as it gets. Okay, now we got a little fix to double left off, and then we've got Okie pump. Well, what the heck is Okie pump? Okay, remember Oklahoma? Oklahoma's the deeper out. Okie's the quick one. Boom, so we've got Oklahoma pump. And you also saw him alert to another single high play out of a two high run. Okay, he's just going to end up working this stick knot off of pressure, but again, this is just a great concept to get to against single high, and that's a great back shoulder ball. Look at that back shoulder ball. You got to love that thing. You got to absolutely love that thing. Okay, I want to get it from the tight. Little motion across, alert. Right? Because why? Because we want the single high pass beater now. We had the two high run play on. Now we want the single high pass beater. Boom, a little Act 44 token. Hitch, navigates the pocket and delivers an absolute dime on the back shoulder. It's just as good as it gets, guys. Okay, so that was all the good. There was a ton of good. I only have one bad clip, okay? And what did it come on? It came on a 3rd and 17. Okay, we would call this shallow because we've got the shallow runner. Remember, he can settle against zone. Okay, and we would call this smash because we have the smash corner here, but we would tag it X Oklahoma. What they're trying to do is get a deeper version of smash. Okay, that's exactly what they're trying to do. To me, where Mac messes up here is this 3rd and 17. So first and foremost, I think there's an argument to be made that he could hit this corner, but it's obviously going to be tight. I think there's an argument to be made that he could drive this to the sideline as well, but he can for sure get to the shallow. The one thing we can't do is take a sack on 3rd and 17. If you hit this shallow runner and he gets upfield and we get knocked out of bounds, and all of a sudden it's a 4th and 5, right? Well, now we got a shot at this thing. Okay, we can go for it, or it's just a better punt look. So that's the stuff, that's what I marked as bad, is we just can't have that. So all in all, where are we at? Obviously, I think the tape clearly showed why Belichick felt comfortable going Mac Jones QB1 and letting go of Cam. Now, obviously, we're in the preseason, and it's time to get to the regular season to see what this kid can really do. So I think everybody's excited. I'm pumped up to watch what he can do in week 1. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Share it. There's going to be a video next to me, a recommended video next to me, and then also another subscribe button to make it easier on you guys. So please consider either watching some more or hitting that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks when we get to the regular season. All right, peace.